From Aventura in Miami for the NABJ convention, Roland Martin, board member. Good morning.
Tom, Silver Guy, good morning. We certainly we're already broken our record of more than 3,521 registered attendance. So it'll be the most we've ever had at one of our conventions. And so looking forward to it. Today, I'm going to be moderating a conversation with Tamron Hall, talking about, of course, her journey towards her new daytime talk show. And tomorrow, I'll be, of course, moderating the Q&A with you and Sybil Wilkes. And then Friday, and everyone was like busy around here, so I'm looking forward to it. But the folks that were coming for all the sun here, the storms, Tom, every day. The last 3 days they've been dropping so much rain, so hopefully we'll actually see the sun versus lightning and storm clouds. But looking forward to all of our folks coming for our annual convention, and it's gonna be a great time had by all. Let's get right to it. We often talk about what do Black people want? What are the issues that Black people care about? And a lot of folks just sort of throw certain things out. People begin to say, well, what constitutes a Black agenda? Imagine, though, a Black census project where more than 30,000 people weighing in with their thoughts from all different backgrounds. Well, that's one of the things that Black Lives Matter co-founder Alicia Garza has been involved in the last few months, if you will, this Black Census project. She joins us right now to talk about it from the Bay Area, where it's a wee bit early. Alicia Garza, good morning.
Good morning. How are you, Roland?
I'm doing great. So this is a very unique thing where this was the most Black people surveyed in this type of project since Reconstruction.
That's correct. So the Black Census is the largest survey of Black people in America in 154 years. And we set out to do this project because what we know is that Black people are often spoken about, but we are rarely ever spoken to. And that has an impact when it comes to politics, and certainly it has an impact when it comes to policy.
And so when you talk about all these folks, so what do they do? They go online and share their thoughts and perspectives on any number of issues. So how does the whole thing even get put together?
Sure. So what we did was we worked with a group called Socioanalytica Research to help put together the survey battery. These were questions that asked Black people what our experiences are in the economy, with our democracy, and in our society. And we also asked an important question, which is, what is it that you want for your future? What we did to disseminate the survey was we trained 106 Black organizers from more than 30 grassroots Black-led organizations across the country. We wanted to make sure that we got a wide representation of opinions, viewpoints, and experiences. And so we made sure that the folks that we surveyed were Black folks in rural and urban areas. We surveyed Black folks who were conservative and liberal. We surveyed Black folks who were wealthy and Black folks living in poverty. We even surveyed Black folks who are currently and formerly incarcerated. We surveyed Black folks who are migrants to the United States, and we also interviewed Black folks who were born here. And the reason that we did that, again, is because we wanted to really make the point that Black communities are not a monolith. And so when we do that, what we start to understand, right, is that the different experiences, viewpoints, and opinions that Black communities have across the country are not being represented in policy or in politics. So what we did was worked with these groups. We also went door to door in communities. We sat at kitchen tables. We sat at porches. And then we teamed up with some of the largest Black online organizations that are fighting for the rights of Black people throughout the country. Organizations like Color of Change, organizations like Push Black. Mm-hmm. And we tried to reach Black folks in that way as well.
So how do you, like, first, Senator Kamala Harris referenced repeatedly this Black Census Project during her remarks at Essence Festival. And so do you want this to be a driver, if you will, for other folks, for other candidates when they're addressing the issues of African Americans? How are you going to put this together to form, in essence, a Black agenda to demand from the person?
Roland, you're kind of
It
breaking
came to-
up.
Yeah, Roland.
Sorry.
Well, our goal is to make sure that we contribute to making Black communities powerful in politics. And absolutely, we conducted this survey because we wanted to make sure that Black concerns and Black issues are being represented in politics and in state houses across the nation. And so it was incredible for Senator Kamala Harris to say that the Black Census is a guide to right what's wrong in this country as it relates to Black communities. And we do. We want to make sure that this data gets translated into practice and policy. And so what we are doing is transforming these responses into a Black legislative agenda where we use the data to be able to talk about how to solve some of the challenges that we are facing in our communities and how to pay particular attention to segments of our communities that are being further marginalized because of other experiences that they are having at the same time that they are experiencing what it is to be Black in this country. The other thing, of course, that we want is to be influencing policymakers and people who are writing legislation to ensure that policies that are being targeted towards our communities are being driven by our communities. And we hope that going into the 2020 election, that a legislative agenda that is focused on the Black Census Project results will result in Black communities having a clearer criteria for how to evaluate who you vote for in 2020 and beyond.
I'm really curious. I'm sorry,
sorry,
Alicia. I'm really curious about, you said those who were formerly incarcerated and currently incarcerated. How did that go in terms of talking to those that are in the system?
Well, what was really important is that the number one thing that we heard from all of our respondents was that nobody ever asked them what they experience or what they think or what they want for their futures. And that couldn't be more true for most populations besides the populations who are incarcerated.
Right.
We found that, you know, the issues that were impacting people who are inside are the same issues that are impacting people outside. But imagine there's nobody who's able to carry those concerns outside of those cell blocks, mostly because people inside of cell blocks aren't being asked what they want and what they think.
This is fascinating. And
absolutely.
other candidates have tapped into this besides Senator Harris?
Absolutely. We've been talking to a number of different political campaigns. All of them are interested in what the survey has to say. And as we move forward this agenda, we'll be able to more importantly really sharpen what these campaigns' platforms need to look like to represent the concerns and needs of Black communities across the nation.
Hey, Roland, what candidates have you invited and have RSVP to be at the NABJ this week?
Buttigieg, Sanders, Weld, and
Booker.
Cory Booker. Those four.
No Kamala yet?
Nope, she won't be here.
Oh.
And that's tomorrow as well.
Yep.
All right, Roland.
Yep. Y'all take care, folks.
Thank you,
thanks a
Alicia
lot.
Garza.
Okay.
Thank you.